It's a hotly debated political discussion right now whether it should even be legal for people to own a knife so sharp it can almost cut butter. Considering this is for chicken pot pie, you can read about your rights in the 420th Amendment. What's that? I'm being told that this isn't that kind of pot pie. So viewers from red states can now legally enjoy the rest of the video. I know I normally don't give detailed ingredients and instructions, but this pie crust is really on a different level. So let's shake things up. I'd like to increase interaction for the channel with some fun activities. We'll do a scavenger hunt. This pie crust recipe is hidden on the internet. I'll give you that nice hint, and if you find it, you win the grand prize of, my brother's dog, Lucky. I'm almost sorry I decided to make such a controversial food item, but there is a contentious debate regarding what goes in a chicken pot pie. The answer is literally anything. If someone wants beans in their pie, cool. Celery? Sure. Pineapple? Weird, but I'm loving the energy. Anyone who does gatekeeping on food is a ranking member in the Third Reich. Imagine telling someone enjoying their food that they don't really like it. I guess this is the level of contention we have to expect when talking about something as edgy as chicken pot pie. Can we answer the mail yet? Yeah, let's do hate mail. Elizabeth R. out of Seattle writes, interesting submission, but I must tell you that a chicken pot pie requires celery, carrots, and onions. When cooked together, they create something the French call mirepoix. Without mirepoix, this is not actually chicken pot pie, sorry. Mirepoix will improve the texture, flavor, and most importantly, restore the reputation of your cuisine. If you have any questions, please fax them to my pager. I appreciate the tip, Liz. By the way, how's the weather in Berlin in 1944? Bart M. from Boston writes, what, where you been? It's been like a year. Why are you so lazy? You know, usually I like to add some, look how sad we all are, millennial zoomer humor to these videos to help people to feel bad about themselves and human existence in general. And I'd like to keep the ball rolling by answering your question honestly. I got fired due to a worldwide pandemic that has only worsened. I didn't grow up in the place where I live, so literally all of my friends, social interactions, and casual conversations were linked directly to my job. I found myself unfulfilled by an overabundance of free time that I couldn't appreciate, and an unpredictability of life I still have no control over. Things that previously brought me joy, movies, TV shows, and video games, lost their luster and I can't enjoy them anymore. I spend time every day searching for a new game to captivate me, and I'm always worried I'm simply not able to enjoy things like that anymore. I overate food well beyond the point of being funny and deep into worrying territory. I couldn't find it in me to make a frivolous little video for almost a year, because as bad as I felt about my own situation, I felt guilty at the thought of self-pity when hundreds of thousands of people are dead, millions more are sick and suffering, and almost everyone has had their humanity reduced in one way or another. Anyway, thanks so much for writing in, Bart. Taylor S. from Manhattan writes, please return my calls. I thought we were out of the woods. Are we out of the woods? What wacky viewers I have. But yeah, we can make this work for sure. Yeah, I'll call you. I'm making a roux here. I do it this way because Wolfgang Puck told me to. But I'll tell you a secret. If you close your eyes when he talks, you'll be able to tell that he's a closeted voice actor, and clearly the voice of Ludwig von Drake. You know, the narrator duck from Mickey and the Beanstalk. I'm being told that short films from 1947 aren't considered pop culture references. Whatever, you kids know I'm streets ahead. Now I just literally put everything in a pot and simmer for a bit. It's a lot like America. A rarely cited quote from the founding of our nation was when Benjamin Franklin, after hearing the first two amendments, said, wait, we're gonna let people say whatever they want and they all have guns? This nation's gonna be nuts. This chicken pot pie is also nuts. I didn't film myself rolling out my dough or putting it in the pie dish. The first few times I worked with this pie crust, I didn't use enough flour at this stage. Things stuck to things, and I was worried you'd be able to see my will to live draining, even without my tears in frame. I've practiced quite a bit, and this time it worked out perfectly. It worked out well, and I didn't film it because I was sure it wouldn't. That's the ghost of 2020 molesting us. Ignore that little turd, and film your failures like an adult. The last step before baking is an egg wash. I feel like the British must be to blame for the name egg wash, which sounds repulsive, like British cuisine and their words. Do you know what French toast is called in the UK? Eggy bread. Honestly, if eggy bread was a slang term for a sexually transmitted rash, it wouldn't sound any less gross. Clean up your act, Great Britain. Aw, yeah. I bought myself a new pie scoop for this video because I wanted to make sure that when I went in for the money shot, I had a nice clean cut. And that I got it in one single take. And that I didn't break the pie apart so it collapsed on the plate. So glad I bought that scoop.